Hello everyone and welcome back to Brown Hat. In our previous video, we discussed what a WAF is, how it works and how Nmap can detect its presence. But detection only answers one question: is there a WAF? Now we'll go one step further: which WAF is actually protecting the application? This process is called WAF fingerprinting. First, just like the previous video, we'll identify the standard WAF ports. So our command will be nmap-p port 80 port 443 and our previous target. So the port 80 handles HTTP and the port 443 handles the HTTPS request. So this confirms which web server are exposed before we perform the WAF analysis. So here you can see the port 80 and port 443 is open. So let's come to the next step. Now we'll use the Nmap's WAF detection script. So the command is nmap-p port 80 port 443 script http WAF detection and our target. So the goal here is not to identify the exact product. We are checking whether the target shows the signs of WAF, IDS or IPS. So here you can see we have successfully identified that here could be the WAF, IDS or IPS protection on our target. Here Nmap reports the presence of a security layer, so we know the application is being protected, but we still don't know which WAF is behind it. This is where the fingerprinting comes in. The fingerprinting script sends different HTTP requests and analyzes how the application responses. So the script here is nmap-p port 80 port 443 script http-waf-fingerprint and our target. The fingerprinting script sends different HTTP requests and analyzes how the application responds. Different WAF protections can behave differently when handling unusual or blocked requests. Those response patterns can provide clues about the technology protecting the application. So here we can see one thing. We have already seen that we have detected the presence of WAF, IDS or IPS, but after the fingerprint, we can't see any WAF. So that doesn't actually mean that the website is not protected with WAF. So the Nmap can sometimes miss out the WAF that is protecting the web application. So that doesn't actually mean there is no WAF. If Nmap identifies a specific WAF, it will report the specified product. If it can't identify one, that doesn't necessarily mean there is no WAF. It simply means the available fingerprints are not sophisticated for the confident identification. So the main difference between the detection and the fingerprinting is, so detection means is there a WAF and fingerprinting means which WAF might it be. This is the key difference. So the WAF detection tells us the security layer may exist and WAF fingerprinting attempts to identify the technology behind the layer. So fingerprinting is essentially the next step after the detection. And that's WAF fingerprinting with Nmap. We first identified the web ports, then detected the security layer and finally attempt to fingerprint the WAF. In the next step, we can go deeper into how detection WAFs reveals themselves through their HTTP behaviors. If you found this useful, subscribe to the Brown Hat. Let's hack together and learn together.